do my hair while I give you advice about love, relationships, dating, all that goody stuff. Shall we begin? Let's go. I know you guys have been seeing me do so many wash and goes, and I decided to switch it up today a little bit. I'm gonna be doing a simple braid out that I like to do. I just co-washed my hair. My hair was looking a hot mess. I don't know what's been going on with my hair, if it's really time for me to trim, or if I just haven't been consistent. Okay, maybe I haven't been as consistent as I'm used to being, but my hair's been shedding a lot, so I need to really like get back on track with my hair and take my own advice that I give you guys, which is being consistent with your hair care. For my quick braid out, I'm gonna be using the main choice product, the prickly pear paradise collection, the leave-in conditioner, and then I'm going to be using their Curl Creator Styling Custard. Now, yes, I've used these products before. I know you guys have been seeing the same products, and usually I don't mind because it's like this is what I like. But I have decided to buy some new products, so you guys should be seeing new products soon in my future videos, which I'm actually excited for. How's my hair looking right now? It's parted right now, so I'm gonna just keep the part that I have. I'm gonna just section my hair into two, and then I'm gonna do 2 braids, and then I'll show you guys how it looks afterwards. If you have shorter hair and you can't like do 2 long braids, you can always just like split one half in half, and then do 2 braids on this side and then 2 braids on that side, or you can do 3 braids, or 3 and 3. You could do however many you want. All right, let's get into the questions. First question is, how do you make friends when you're older, or maintaining friendships while you're in a relationship? As far as making friends when you're older, I'm gonna just answer that first. I feel like that's hard nowadays. Like, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. The only thing that I can say is you go online. Right now, while we're in the middle of a pandemic, the best thing for you to do is try to interact with people online. That's just it. Whether that's trying to find a group online, like a Facebook group, whatever you're interested in, or even on YouTube, the comment section, even in my comment section, you can like just responding to people in the comments. I know it's very tough, but you kind of got to get creative if you're really lonely during the pandemic. Maybe if you know some people that's in your school, if you go to school with anybody, or like you have people in your contacts, even like try to hit up some people that you haven't talked to in so long in your phone and just check in, because I'm pretty sure we're all a lot of people are bored or aren't able to interact with that many people. So I feel like this is the perfect time to reach out to some people that you may used to be friends with, or you grew up with, but you guys just fell apart. I just recently called one of my old friends that I had in college. Just decided to call her and check in. We had a good talk, and we decided that we're gonna try to stay more in touch and everything like that. So it was just nice catching up, start your own group. So yeah, it's different nowadays, but when the pandemic's over, I would just say one thing that helped me find friends, to join classes like dance classes. I used to do Zumba. If you go to art classes, Zumba, dance classes, you just have to join. They're all over the place. I mean, you can look online. I doubt there's any now, and I would not advise to go anywhere now. But yeah, you just go on Google and look at whatever you're interested in. I mean, you could be interested in anything, soccer. There's like a group for everybody. So I just feel like you have to go out of your comfort zone. That's the first step, which is the hardest. I mean, even for me, it's hard for me to even think about it, but going out of your comfort zone is scary in the beginning. But once you do it, it's always worth it, okay? Let me tell you. And maintaining friends while you're in a relationship is let me tell you, I'm not the best at it. Actually, I need to call my best friend that I was supposed to be calling and staying in touch with. You have to treat it like a regular relationship. You have to fit in time to you can't go see the person right now, but you have to fit in time to call them every now and then, or FaceTime me if that's fine for you. But checking in on your friends is how you maintain the relationship. And obviously, when this pandemic is over, going out, having a girls' night, or even, it doesn't even have to be a girls' night out, because I don't even like going out to the club. Just like going to meet up for a hiking trip, or planning stuff and talking with each other. you know, maintaining, being honest with each other. Me and my friend had a whole bunch of talks where we fell off because of maybe she had a lot going on or I had a lot going on, but we ended up telling each other, like, you know, we could be spending more time and this is what we're going to try to do, planning out how to be better, you know, because we're all human. We get wrapped up in our lives and sometimes may forget to reach out to our friends, or we may be thinking, oh, she's not reaching out, so I'm not. That's a bad attitude to have. Trust me, you can't let your pride get like in between your relationships, I guess. Is it normal to avoid getting into a relationship because you don't feel like you're ready for a committed relationship, or feel like I'm not old enough, like it's not worth being in a relationship at 16? Yes, it's totally normal to avoid getting in a relationship because you don't feel like you're ready. Like, yeah. I mean, let me tell you, a lot of people in this world move way faster than I could ever. I don't judge everybody. Everybody's different. Some people may feel like they feel ready to have a relationship, or some people may feel ready to be sexually active, and some people a lot of people, it seems like the norm is getting pregnant early nowadays, like young, and getting married young, and doing a whole bunch of stuff young, when I'm not really on that. Again, everybody's different. If you're ready, if you feel like you're ready, then cool, and then whatever, you know, I don't judge people's situations, but for me, I'm taking it slow, like slow. I've never been one to like rush into anything just because I feel pressured to, because everybody else is, because I feel like everybody else, just because a whole bunch of people are doing it doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but it's not like the right way or the only way. It's like a lot of people, yeah, you just have to be your own person and do what you feel is right for you, not because everybody else is doing it, because yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. You're on the right track. Honestly, salute to you for even thinking that, and understand that it's okay. You get in a relationship when you're ready. If you decide till you're freaking 35 that you decide that, okay, now's the time to be in a relationship, then perfect for you. I mean, by that time you would have lived your life, would have got a whole bunch of work done, because let me tell you, being in a relationship takes a lot of time from you and your, you know, so yeah, sometimes. I mean, yeah, it's a whole thing, yeah, so it's nothing worth rushing into, honestly. Is it better to experience a relationship for yourself, or can you learn as much valuable lessons from others' experiences in relationships? I think both. Honestly, I feel like with everything in life, you have to experience it to really understand how it is. I do think it helps learning from other people's experiences, but you won't know until you're actually in it yourself, because other people's experiences aren't you, you know? So you can't really base everything off of that, but you can take little tips and bits and pieces just to help you along the way, help you prepare or be ready for when it's time for you to be in a relationship. What is your love language? My love language is, well, I took the test a while back ago, and I believe it was physical touch and quality time. Which I believe so, which is weird because I struggle with being like affectionate, but I feel like I've always craved that affection, but it was always weird for me to like, I don't know, to initiate it. Again, it comes with me feeling like I don't want to get hurt and try to be affectionate or try to show affection to somebody, and then they're like, what? You know, because everybody's affection levels are different. Some people like PDA, some people don't, some people like a little bit, like for you to, you know, everybody's different. So yeah, I mean, PDA is not the only, you know, thing of affection, but you get what I'm saying. But being with my boyfriend, I feel like I feel the most loved when and physical touch doesn't mean like obviously you're having sex or anything like that all the time, whatever, that has nothing to do with it. It's like when you just feel loved, when the person, like, you know, may give you a hug or like touches, like, you know, a lot of my boyfriend's very touchy-feely with me. Again, not always in a sexual way. It's just like, oh, like a rub on the back, or holding my hand if we're out sometimes, or just like coming from behind me, and like, you know, that thing that all girls love, or, you know, they say all girls love, is when the guy comes and wraps his arms around you from behind, and just cuddles and playing with my hair and stuff like that. Like, I remember when we were out in public, and he does like little things. He'll like touch my butt discreetly while nobody, like, stuff like that makes me feel like, oh, like, I don't know. So it keeps the spark alive for me. But then I also enjoy quality time because I value spending time together. Do you believe in splitting bills 50-50? I definitely do. That's what me and my boyfriend does. We split the bills right now. I mean, who's to say if it's going to change in the future? But right now, I definitely believe in 50-50. Even when I lived with my best friend, we will split the bills 50-50. So I think that is like a perfect way to start off. Now, again, everybody's different, so that doesn't mean that anybody else's agreement on how they decide to do their bills is not the right way. It's just what you feel. But I definitely feel like it, because I'm all about fairness in a relationship. I'm also about being independent in a relationship. I don't want my boyfriend to pay for everything for me. Like, I want to be able to fend for myself. And, you know, Lord forbid if we were to ever break up, I wouldn't want to feel like so reliant on him that if we do break up, I'm like, what do I do? You know, I will still want to be able to handle my own self, have my own money, my own stuff going on. So yeah. What do you do when your partner is your only friend and your partner has friends? I feel like I'm laughing because my boyfriend has more friends than I do. We live in Georgia. He's from Georgia, so he's never moved away. If I was in your shoes and my boyfriend had, he had his friends and I didn't have any friends but him, I would not like that because obviously, you know, if he were to ever go out, you feel lonely and then you just get too attached. I feel like you need to have times where you go out with it doesn't even have to be your girls. You could just have that one, go-to friend, because I don't think it's healthy to be like all around your boyfriend all the time, you know? But I definitely think that if I were you, I would try to find another friend. All the tips that I said about finding friends in the first question. And I definitely think that you need to have your own friend where you have time to do stuff away from your boyfriend, and it's not always like your boyfriend, because, you know, again, Lord forbid, but say something happened to you guys and you broke up, you're gonna be like so lonely, and he's gonna be like having friends, you know? I don't know. So I think you should definitely try to, when you can, in the safest way, make either a friend or some friends. How do you find a good man? Well, you know, it seems very difficult in this world, apparently. If I was single, I would just, again, go to different classes. That's not just all girls. For example, a dance class. You know, usually the dance classes that I go to, they're like girl and boy. If I like dance and I'm going to a dance class, most likely, 9 times out of 10, the people there enjoy dance too, obviously, because they're there, right? So therefore, me and those people already have similar interests, which is good. So it's easier to A, make a friend, and B, potentially find somebody that you could potentially go on a date with, maybe. Be around the environment that you would like your future man to be like, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't just sit around and wait for some guy to come up to you. And also, I don't know, I'm not a big Tinder dating. I definitely think it could happen, but I don't know nothing about that because I've never had any of that. But again, if I was single, I would be in the environment and do activities that I would like my future man to be into as well, if that makes sense. And then use that as a way to, like, you know, if I see somebody, then be looking at him or try to talk to him, and then blah, 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 whatever, you know. I found a good man, but I'm not physically attracted to him. What do I do? Okay, so now, everybody's relationship is different. Everybody wants different things in a relationship. I mean, everybody, I guess, prioritizes different things. So if that's a problem for you, like if you need to be physically attracted to the person that you're in a relationship with, then as in that's getting away with how you feel about him or how you look at him or like being sexually attracted to him, stuff like that, then that's a problem, and I don't think that honestly may last. Everybody's different, so if you love his personality and just other things about him, and you think that's strong enough to keep you in love with him and keep the relationship strong, then I think that's great. But if not, I don't think that is gonna eventually end up well. If anything, the longer you stay in a relationship, the more and more you're probably not gonna be as physically attracted to the person. So yeah, in that case, you may unfortunately have to break it off. you know. So, if that means a lot to you. It's been a year since my boyfriend and I broke up. There are times when I feel the pain like it happened yesterday. Any tips / advice on getting through that and healing? Ooh, so I haven't experienced too many breakups in my past. Honestly, I could only remember like one that actually stood out, which was my ex-boyfriend, and I actually broke up with him. I had some friends that dealt with heartbreaks in the past, and I realized that it just takes time to heal. Like, it really does. And you can't give yourself a time limit. You can't feel bad for, like, yes, a year may seem like a long time to somebody else, but everybody heals differently. So I just feel like, give yourself the time and space, you know. Obviously, working on yourself, I mean, that's the key thing. Trying to distract yourself. I know it's hard, especially right now. Again, while we're in quarantine, it's not like you can go out and do many things to distract yourself. So if anything, you're probably thinking of your ex even more. Like, even if you have to just go on Tinder, I don't know, I keep saying Tinder because I don't know what the other freaking apps are. But, you know, go on a dating app and just have fun. Talk to different guys, flirt around with the different guys or whatever, just to get your mind off of it. I mean, not to say that you need to use a guy to get your mind, but sometimes that's the way to go. And I don't believe in, like, doing something sexual with the guy to get over your ex, but actually having a different, like, talking to other guys and realizing that, oh, there's other guys out here other than my ex-boyfriend that has, you know, good personalities and they're nice to talk to. So I feel like when you do that and you realize there's other fish in the sea and you'll be fine, I think that, you know, it will help you heal. And then obviously trying to really focus on your future. Heartbreak is the worst thing ever, but you have to understand that you have to look at it and think, like, do you want to be dealing with this for the rest of your life? Like, that person is already gone and dealing with, like, living their life. So you have to look long term and realize what are the things that you want in life and how you can start focusing on your future, because life is short and you don't want to just be spending, you know, all your life thinking about a person that is out of your life, unfortunately. So I really like someone, but I'm not old enough to date. What should I do? Maybe tell the person that you like them, but you're not old enough to date, so wait for you until you get old enough. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I think you may just have to wait and then hopefully hope that they're still there. And then when you get old enough, tell them how you feel. But yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do about age, unfortunately, than just to wait. Again, if you want to tell them, you know, how you feel and tell them your circumstances, then, or you could just be friends with them. Be friends with them, and then when you get old enough to date, then you can end up progressing into an actual relationship, possibly. Then that'll give you time to get to know the person really, you know, and see if that's somebody that you would really like to be with. And yeah, by that time you both will be ready and you already be friends. And I always say being friends first always matters. It matters a lot, I believe, to a successful relationship. But yeah. Alright, we're gonna do a few more and then I'm gonna have to rush off to work. How do you know when someone is interested in you, and how do you start a convo with the person? I mean, there's so many different situations, but you catch them staring at you often. They try to, like, be around you often. They try to talk to you often. They flirt with you. They text you a lot if they have your number. They just make excuses to be around you. I mean, sometimes people may be shy, but if you catch people looking at you often, 9 times out of 10, unless you have something on your face, they think you're attractive. And how do you know when to start a convo with the person? You have to tell them the scenario or the situation, but I would just, like, okay, if you see them looking at you, or if you guys make eye contact, I would smile, just, like, you know, or be like, I don't know, or be like, hi, or whatever, and then see what vibe they give off, and if they smile back and say hi or whatever, then that's a good way to be like, okay, let me try to say hi, and let me start the conversation. I was gonna do my baby hairs, but I really don't have time to do that. I'm gonna come back tomorrow morning and take my twist out and let you guys see the dry results. All right, One day later, I'm back. It's the next day. I'm wearing the same thing because I didn't go to work in this dress. I ended up taking it off, so I'm like, why not wear it? Because I didn't wear it anywhere. Hopefully it's fully dry. And I just kind of put this on just to kind of like flatten the top. To protect it, I just put my satin cap on it instead of putting this on it, which I kind of regret because satin cap is okay, but if I want to slick down the top, if I want the top to be flat, then I should have just put a scarf on it instead. But it's fine. It's okay. We're gonna see how it works out. Usually a lot of naturals like to, whenever they're taking down their braid out or their twist out, you usually go on with the oil, but I only had it in for one night, so I technically don't even really need it. But why not? I mean, I'm just doing it just because. I have this avocado oil from Natural. So I'm just gonna, well first, I mean, you're supposed to just put it on your hands, but I'm just kind of like put it through my hair a little bit. And then have it on my hands. And now I'll just answer a few more questions while I'm braiding. I feel like it's kind of, it's like 95% dry. I still feel a little bit of wet, a little tiny bit of wetness. You can see my pimple. Is love at first sight a real thing? No, I don't think so. I don't think love at first sight is a real thing. I believe lust at first sight is a real thing. Attraction at first sight is a real thing. But it's like, how do you love somebody before you even get to know them? Because there's a lot of attractive people in this world, but there's also a lot of people who are attractive, and once they start talking, it just be like, never mind. They become real, I don't like calling people ugly, but they get real unattractive real fast. But hey, some people may think otherwise, but me, I'm a realist. I'm not like I like to be realistic, and it's like, how's it looking so far? Pretty okay, pretty decent, right? Why are you not focusing on me, camera? You have one job. Get your butt over here and stop looking over there. Why is it acting like it doesn't want to focus? There we go. I'm right here, camera. I know I'm a little further than normal. For me, whenever I do a braid out, I don't like to go in and try to like puff it out too much, because over time, the second, third day, it's just gonna get bigger. That's just how it gets, you know, that's just natural hair. So I just kind of like to keep it, you know, let me look, actually, let me look at this. And then I'm just separating it by just gently pulling it apart. And I really do like the two braids thing, because a lot of people always ask me how I get my hair flat at the top, which I don't really try to do it. That's just kind of, I think I know why. The flat look at the top of my hair is only because I don't have layers in my hair. A lot of people with natural hair get like the diva cut, or they've gotten a lot of like curly haircuts. And those are the girls who have like the big hair and it's like just voluminous all over, which is beautiful. But for me, I never got layers in my hair. So my hair is always, most of my hair is the same length. Therefore, it's all gonna lay like flatter because it's not like layered. And layers give you more like volume and like, you know what I'm saying? It gives you that look of just like different volume and stuff. If you guys get what I'm saying. And all my hair is the same, so it just goes downward. Let me do my baby hairs really quick. Did you enjoy the second Hair and Love show? I hope you did, because I did. This is so natural for me. It's literally easy for me to like film these videos, give you guys my advice while I'm doing my hair. If you would like me to answer your love, relationship, dating question, I usually post on my story entry for you to enter all of your questions. I will see you guys in my next video. Much love. Deuces from the true sis. Adios. Okay.